So the other thing that I mentioned here, which again, very honest with my own Christian experience, I'm talking about idols. Like, what are idols? Can you help us understand that maybe a little bit, AJ? Expect us to see different perspectives, different insights, and why they might be relevant to your life.
For sure. I don't know, just kind of the way that I conceptualize idols are just things that we put in God's place in our lives. Obviously it's kind of basic, Sunday School 101, but it's so true. And we tend to think of idols as really big things, but the truth is, a lot of times, at least for me, what I make idols are things that aren't necessarily tangible, but just ideas or pursuits or values that I have that I put ahead of God, like comfort or approval or things like that.
Yeah, that's super good. And to maybe form the picture a little bit bigger here, where we even get this idea of an idol is from like the Old Testament
Yeah.
with the Israelites, and an idol, another word for that would be a false god. And in the Old Testament, the Israelites at different times construct these false gods, these idols, and that the way that translates to our Christian life today is obviously we don't see anyone erecting these statues that
Maybe
we're
not
worshiping.
here.
Well, yeah, maybe not here. That's a good caveat. But the the heart of the matter is the same. For the Israelites in the Old Testament, when they were worshiping these false gods, they were looking to these false gods to deliver for them. That was the nature of the day, right?
Yep.
Whereas in our 21st century, things look a little bit different. But we still look to different things
Yep.
to fulfill us and to provide for us what we think we're searching after. I don't know. Does that resonate and make sense for you?
Totally. Yeah. I definitely agree. It's harder, I think, maybe for us in this day because I don't have like a physical, manifestation of that. So it takes a lot more search than a prayerful searching of my heart to be able to see those things in my life. So that's kind of the process that I'm seeing here in your little journal entry is identifying those things in your heart, because idols seem to originate more from our thought patterns and things like that, more so than some kind of external thing, or at least in your case, that would be the case.
Yeah, that's good. And the truth is, we're always actually in this process of trusting in something,
Yeah.
of putting our faith, our trust. It's not like we ever like stop worshiping. We're always worshiping something or someone. The truth is it God, or is it one of these other things?
Yeah.
And just to recognize that as an ongoing process is really helpful to see, like, man, that is the nature of the Christian life. We're like, wait, am I off track? I need
Yeah.
to reset. I need to refocus. I need to get my eyes on Jesus. And I like, we talked about, I mentioned a few of them in here. Some of these core idols.
Mm-hmm.
Famous pastor, theologian, author Tim Keller actually helps categorize some of these. Yeah.
The beast.
Core idols. The beast, the myth, the legend. How does that go? Where he helps us to see that a lot of the external sins that we end up partaking in actually result from this internal heart worship that we can tend to do sometimes. So I mentioned a few of those there, like comfort, control, approval, power is the other one, I think. Approval is something that I struggle with a lot. I think many people do. But just take, for instance, why is the fact that you say maybe a little white lie at work or to your friend, where does that result from? Results a lot of times from an idol of approval. I'm not going to go into...
You don't want people to think badly of you for
Right.
something. Yeah.